Okay, welcome everyone. Baruch Shechianu v'kimanu v'gianu lazman hazeh, to the finishing of Seder Mayid, the finishing of Masechtas Chagiga. So we're holding by Mishna Zion and Ches, sponsored by Rabbi Yisrael Fisher and his family, Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbat, Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Pero Bas Ruvain. Then Neshama should have an Aliyah. Also, Nishmas Yaakov Moshe ben Zeb, for the schus of Avram ben Yom Benish ben Malki Yudis and family. The Refuah Shalema for Eliyahu Moshe ben Chaya Sarah, by Yo Ugmim and family, for their Panos Berevach Chavod and everything wonderful. For my Shver Avigdoraya ben Rivka, for the baby Hayeled ben Chava and Meir ben Chaya Sarah. They should have a Refuah Shalema b'Sek Shar Chayli Yisrael. Now there was, as we said, an amnesty that during the three regalim we assume that even the Ha'aretz is tar. That's what we say. Chaveirim kol Yisrael. All of Klal Yisrael are considered Chaveirim, and whatever the Ha'aretz touches, we don't contaminate. So if a merchant is selling wine, or he's selling a dough or a cake, and the Ha'aretz touches it, everybody could still buy from it. The problem is what happens with the dough or the unfinished barrel after Yom Tov is over. The amnesty is over. So Apriseh Eschavita, if he started a new barrel towards the end of Yom Tov, a maskul b'sasar, or a new dough, al gav regel, during Yom Tov, Rabbi Yehuda Aimer Yigmar. Rabbi Yehuda says he could sell it after Yom Tov too. Because as the Rav tells us, if we don't allow it, so then he won't open up a new cask close to Yom Tov. He won't start a new dough. And then there won't be food on Yom Tov. We want to always provide food for Yom Tov. V'chachamim Aimer, no, lo Yigmar. He can't use it after Yom Tov. After Yom Tov, the amnesty is over. We have to assume it's tamei, and he cannot sell it afterwards. That's the halacha, by the way. Now, misha over a regel, when the regel was over, since now the amnesty is over, we have to assume that all the kalim that were touched in the Azara, especially by Kahanim Amaratzim, are tamei, because the amnesty is lifted. Retroactively, we have to assume that they're tamei, and therefore, hayumavirin al taras Azara. They removed all the kalim from the Azara to immerse them in the mikvah. Now, over a regel b'yom shishi, if the regel was over on Thursday night, so then lo hayumavirin, they wouldn't remove it on Friday because because they're busy preparing for Shabbos. So we continued the amnesty till after Shabbos. Rabbi Yehuda loy b'yom chamishi, even if the Yom Tov ended Wednesday night, they wouldn't remove it, the kalim, on Thursday. She'ena kahanim pnuyim, the kahanim weren't available, they weren't free, because they had to do the huge job of removing the towering pile of ash that was on top of the mizbech for all the karbanos of Yom Tov. And that kept them preoccupied. They couldn't do it on Thursday, they couldn't do it on Friday because of covered Shabbos, so they first removed the kalim to be toivel them on Sunday. Ketzad mavirim al taras azar, what's the procedure that they did? Matbilan es ha-kalim shoyu b'mikdash, they removed all the kalim that were in the mikdash and they immersed them. However, we told the Kohanim that our Maratzim, be careful, don't touch the Shulchan. Because the Shulchan in the Heichel cannot be removed to be Toivel, because it says that the Lechem Panim, the showbread, has to be Lefanai Tamid. So therefore we made sure that the Amaratzim didn't touch the Shulchan. V'aimrim lam, we told them, Hizaru shaloi sigu b'Shulchan, be careful not to touch the shulchan usitamu and contaminate. Now, when they removed it, what did they use in the meantime? So the Mishnah tells us, all the kalim in the mikdash, yesh lahem shniyim ushlishim. They had backups. They had seconds and thirds. so that if she'im nitmu arishayim, that if the first set became tama, yaviu shniyim tachteim. They had a backup. They had a backup and they had a triplicate. Kol hakelim shayu b'mikdash, all kelim in the mikdash tunin tefillah, chutz mizbeach hazav u'mizbeach hanachoshes, except for the golden altar and the copper altar. You see, the golden altar and the copper altar, which is the altar that's outside in the Azara that we offer all the karbanos on, most of the karbanos on, that was called in the Torah Mizbach Adama, a Mizbeach of earth, even though it's really wood and coated with gold, but it's known as Mizbach Adama, and as Adama, Karka is not Makabel Tumah. Mipnei Shein Kikarka, and the Mizbeach Azav is juxtaposed, they're both called Mizbeach, so it's juxtaposed to the Mizbeach and the Choishes, so they're not Makabel Tumah. Divrei Rebbe Eliezer, that's the opinion of Rebbe Eliezer. The Chacham said no. Since they're coated with gold, that they're Makabel Tumah, and they would also have to be immersed. The Chacham Oimrim, they also have to, Mipnei Shehain, I don't want to say the last word, but it means because they're gilded with gold, so they're Makabel Tumah, and they also have to be taken out to be purified. We are looking for a sponsor for Lech Lecha. We do not have yet one sponsor for this week for Parshas Lech Lecha. 718-916-3100, rmmwsi@aol.com. We are also looking, we have one sponsor for Masechtas Bava Kama in the Daf. A.B. Spry is sponsoring the start of Seder Nezikin. We're looking for a second sponsor for Seder for Bava Kama. Anybody who's interested, 718-916-3100, rmmwsi@aol.com. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a wonderful evening.